Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a brand new video. If you guys are new, hi, my name is Karina, also known as Ohmglashes here on YouTube. I hope you guys enjoy videos like these where I do drugstore makeup looks, transformations from glam to bold to colorful to a little bit of everything. We play with tons of makeup here. I hope you subscribe to my channel because it is totally free, $99, and turn on your little bell notification so you never miss any of my videos. So today, you guys, as you can see, I went a little bit bold, a little bit colorful. I feel like I haven't played much with colors since fall. I've just been really into like oranges and reds and coppers and warm tones. So I wanted to throw it back a little bit and play with a little bit of purple, a little bit of pink. Like, who is she playing with pink, right? So I recently took a trip to Walmart and I finally was able to get my hands on the Lovestruck palettes by Profusion. Profusion is an extremely affordable brand that you can find at Walmart. And I was like, you know what, today is the day. I finally was able to get it because they were out of stock, and then the ones that they had, some of them were broken. So when I saw this one, I snatched it and I figured I would do a look for you guys. So this is what I came up with. I know it's a little bit like crazy and bold, but I'm totally living for it. It's just a vibe. So I hope you guys enjoy the tutorial and just playing with some new makeup releases of 2020. So with that said, grab your drink, grab your cafecito, sit back, relax, grab your pantuflas, and let's jump right into today's video. Before jumping into the video, I wanted to share my October favorite picks for my Dossier Perfumes. If you guys don't know who they are a very affordable and cruelty and vegan-free luxury perfume brand, which is this one right here. So the two scents that I have been loving this month, I always change mine. I actually have two here. So I picked up the Inspiration by Gucci's Bloom. This one is called Floral 2. So this is what the actual bottle looks like. It is 50 ml. All of the bottles are 50 ml. The great thing about Dossier is that if you are not sure about the scent, they actually sent you a little test spray. So what you can do is just squirt it, smell it. Oh my god, this one smells so good. And if you love it, then keep it. And if you don't love it, then you can just return it. Make sure that you don't open this one and you just open this one. They add new fragrances to their site all the time. So make sure that you guys are following them on Instagram so you guys can stay up to date of what they have. I would love to know what I should get next. You guys should follow them and let me know what perfume I should get next for next month. But the other one that I have right now, and this one is actually my absolute favorite. This is the one that I've been wearing anytime that I have an excuse to go anywhere. This is the Floral 5, and the inspiration for this one is Chloe's Chloe. If you are a super girly girl, you're going to absolutely love this one. Also, these are only $29 compared to like luxury prices. You are not even paying, not even half, less than half, and you cannot tell the difference, you guys. I promise you, if you buy any of these perfumes for yourself, for your man, for your girlfriend, for your tia, for your tío, whoever it is, they will not be able to tell that this is not like the luxury item. So absolutely love that about Dossier. If you guys are interested in that, I will have all links in the description box down below. Check them out because they're totally worth the $29. You are getting such a deal for such a big bottle of perfume because, wow, I'm shook every single time I get a new perfume. Now let's jump into more affordable products. So for my primer, I'm going to take this one by Beauty Creations. I honestly haven't used it since I did my first impression slash one brand tutorial of Beauty Creations. I didn't really like it because it is such a silicone based primer. But I'm curious to see how it's going to work with my skin now that I'm not pregnant. My skin has not gone back to being oily, which I'm like, yes, thank you. I hope it stays that way, but I'm not holding my breath. And it worked really well on like normal skin. So we're going to see. Okay, so the primer is down. Now this one is a poreless primer as opposed to like hide your pores, which it really does. but again, it has a lot of silicone. So for my foundation today, I figured since we are using the Lovestruck palette by Profusion, which is this bad boy right here, I am going to use their foundation. I haven't used this one as well in quite some time. And I'm going to mix both of these foundations, medium 5, which is a warm yellow, and tan 1, which is a neutral. And then for my foundation brush, I'm going to show you guys this brush that I recently got in the mail by a brand called Ruby Kisses. And oh my gosh, I've been like really into it. It's this one right here, Ruby Kisses. I'm not sure of this brand. I just got a PR from them and I saw this foundation brush. I was like, ooh, I love me a good flat top kabuki brush. But I've been really liking this one. It does a really good job at like pushing in the product and just working the foundation really nicely into the skin. I'm going to take my Covergirl concealer in the shade Sand Beige. I feel like I haven't used this concealer in a hot minute, but I probably say that all the time. Just going to apply that in the areas where I normally apply it. I definitely need a little extra coverage underneath the eyes because Mama hasn't gotten much sleep yet. Which actually, baby's been doing super good, you guys. He's been sleeping a little bit longer, but I mean, he is only going on 3 weeks. 3 weeks old. And they usually don't start sleeping until, or sleeping more until they're a little bit older, which I am so looking forward to that. But he's been doing pretty good. He wakes up and feeds about every 2 to 3 hours, and then I'll just like rock him to sleep and he'll go right back to sleep, which I'm like, yes, thank you, baby. Lonnie was always such a good girl too when it came to sleeping. Like both of them have been so awesome and they just sleep through the night, which is such a blessing. I'm gonna set the under eyes using this Makeup Obsession setting powder. This one was one of my favorites, and then obviously I've tried a million since then and I love everything else, but this one is still a really good powder. Whew. This is in the shade Banana. Ooh, I grabbed a little too much. That's okay, I'm just going to set underneath the eyes. Nothing new here. And I'm kind of pushing this into the skin because I technically didn't want to bake, but since I went a little heavy hand, then now we're gonna do a little bit of baking, not too much. And then whatever's left on my sponge, I'm just going to like run it through my face, just so I can lightly set the makeup and I don't have to worry about going over it with a powder. For my bronzer, I'm going to use this one by Makeup Revolution. This is like the Mega Bronzer. This is in the shade Warm 02, and I'm just going to take that on a big brush. This is by ColourPop, and I'm mainly concentrating the bronzer back here, and then bringing it to the forehead, just to give a little bit of life back into the skin. I feel like bronzer is one of those products that even if you're doing like a no makeup look, bronzer will always just bring your skin to life because it just adds a little bit of warmth and it doesn't make you look so like flat. I love me a good bronzer. And then for my blush, because I am doing a pinky lavender, I'm sticking with pink tones on the eyes today. I'm going to take this Wet n Wild blush in the shade Mellow Wine. And I'm just going to pop that right here. I've kind of been bringing the blush up into like the highlight area. I saw one of those videos where the Vogue videos, I think they are, or Elle, I don't remember, but Selena Gomez was showing her like makeup routine and she was saying how her makeup artist told her to apply her blush back here instead of concentrating that more on the apples of the cheeks because she has a more round face. which makes sense. I have more of a round face, and I feel like applying the blush back here kind of like elongates my face. I don't know, is it just me? I could be tripping. For my highlighter today, I'm using this one by Revlon, the Skinlight highlighter. Now these are pretty blinding, but I don't want to add too much. Do I? I always say that. By the way, this is in the shade Twilight Gleam. This one is really pretty. I don't know if you guys remember, but I did like a haul, Ulta haul a few months ago. And I tried this one out, and I actually really like it. I forget that I have them. I need to do like a highlighter decluttering video. If you guys want to see that, let me know. I still have to post my blush and bronzer decluttering video. I still have it. I've just been slacking, you guys. I've been slacking with the videos. I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and take my concealer, and I'm going to use that as an eyeshadow primer. This is literally what I do. I mean, if you guys watch my channel, you know that I don't really use eyeshadow primer besides the P. Louise base, but since we're using affordable products, I'm just going to stick with my concealer. You can totally go lighter with your concealer when you're using it as a base, but honestly, I don't feel like getting up and getting another concealer, so I'm just going to use this one. Diving right into the palette, I am going to go with this shade right here. I'm going to try and stick with like the more purple, violet, pink tone. So I'm going to start off with the shade right here, which I believe is called, this is the shade Vamp. I'm just going to stick that into the crease, into the crease. And I'm stamping it and winging it at the same time because I do want to create this like winged out look. So I'm just stamping it. I do go back and dip my brush every single time I am going to tap it into the eyes, so I know that I get tons of pigment. I'm also going to bring that in a little bit. I know it looks a little bit crazy, but trust the process. So now I'm going to go in and diffuse that shade. I'm going to go back into the palette, and I'm going to pick up this super light like lilac shade, and I think I'm going to mix a little bit of this one into the crease just to add a little more purple. And I'm just diffusing the two shades together. That is a really pretty lilac. So I'm just going to dip my brush in there, which is that shade right there. And I'm just going to sandwich it in between those two shades. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And that's going to make also a really nice transition in between the lilac purple and the deep berry purple. I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease just like I normally do, and I'm going to show you guys how I created this like faux eyeliner. Once I've cut the crease, I'm going to go in with two shades. So I'm going to go in with this golden one, and then I'm going to take a mix of this one and this one, and I'm applying the gold one to the inner corner and then the rest on the outer corner of the eye. This one is so pretty, you guys. I am really, really liking this palette. I'm just going to sandwich those shades together. I'm going to go back with my concealer. I like to apply it to the back of my hand. It's just easier to grab. And then I'm going to take a flat brush, and I'm going to create a wing, almost like if you're drawing a wing, just cutting it. And then I'm going to use the same colors, but in a reverse way. So for my waterline, I actually wanted to try these new L.A Girl Pastel liners. They sent these in PR, and I'm going to try the purple one, which is in the shade Lavender, and I'm just going to throw that in the waterline. This is very like retro. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pop on some lashes. And here is the final look. What do you guys think of of this. Like, this is obviously not very like fallish, but I am totally living for the pink vibes. You guys know that I rarely mess with pink. It's just not really my thing. But this palette, oh my gosh, I think if you love pink and purple, like, this is a palette you need. And the best is that you don't only have to use the pinks. Like, there's also a little bit of warm tones in there. There's a little bit of blues. So there's a little bit of everything. I personally really like this palette. I was really amazed with the pigmentation. Like, there was not one shadow that was like disappointing. I wish I would have used the glitters, but I think we'll save that for another tutorial. I just wasn't feeling glittery today. Also, if you guys are wondering what I'm wearing on my lips, I just used this e.l.f. lip liner. I used the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in Ice, and then I also used the Maybelline Superstay Ink Crayon. And this is in the shade Trust Your Gut, which is one of my favorite like nudish pink lipsticks. So don't forget to check out Dossier and follow them on Instagram, you guys, so you can pick up some suns for yourself or for your man or for whoever it is, because at $29 you cannot go wrong. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love you all so much. Stay safe, and until next time, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Mwah.